Hello everyone. I'm just going to take a moment to talk to you briefly about home testing. By now, most of you who have consented will have taken part in tonsil and nasal swabbing for the lateral flow tests twice, 3 times hopefully, and know what you need to do. I can tell in that sports hall that everyone's getting a lot more confident and they're carrying out those tests more efficiently and effectively. So that's really good news for when you come to do this test at home. So from Wednesday, if your consent form has been filled out, then you will be getting a home testing kit in order to carry out tests, the lateral flow test, to check if you're an asymptomatic carrier of COVID-19 twice a week. And those tests need to be carried out 3 to 5 days apart. I'm going to do mine on a Wednesday and a Sunday. So what do you get? You get this kit, which has most things that you need in it. So you'll be given this kit, a little brown box around it to take home carefully and then to carry out your tests at home. The only other things that you need are a flat surface, a non-porous flat surface. So that's something like a kitchen worktop, a table, a desk, something that you can wipe down before you start the test and afterwards with a kitchen wipe, something like that. And you'll need a tissue. You remember doing that, blowing your nose. You'll need a tissue to blow your nose just the same. Okay, other than that, you'll be getting this booklet, which will come with it. And this gives you a really useful guide as to how to do everything you need to do for the test. How to set up your test, how to carry out the test, how to process the test, the bit that you haven't done so far, how to read the test, and then how to report the test on the government website. Some of you will have watched the video that I sent in a link and a couple of letters with the doctor doing just this, a home test. And that's really helpful to watch if you haven't done so already, to see him explaining how to do these home testing kits as well. And it's really quite straightforward once you get the hang of it. So what else do you get in the box? Well, you're going to open up and you're going to get a little box inside. Okay, don't throw this away. It's got a hole in it. Don't throw this away. I'll show you why that's useful a little bit later on. You're going to get 7 tests inside this. So you've got your swabs. You recognise those. You have the test kit itself. Okay. You have a test tube with a dropper on the top. You have some pre-measured activation fluid, and you also have a plastic bag with a sealed end to put everything you need inside and throw it away. So you've got 7 of everything. So what should you do? You've cleaned your surface, you've got everything ready, and you've blown your nose. First thing to do then is to open your test kit and put it safely on the surface. Put it flat on that surface. Then you want to set up your kit. So take this box, you want to pop the test tube in it, like so. Okay, pop that test tube in it. You open the activating fluid by twisting the top, and then you drop all that fluid into the test tube and put that on one side. When that's done, you can start going. So your test is open, put on the side, your kit is ready to go. So the next thing you do is you open your swab really carefully from where the arrow is, and if you remember, you need to hold it at this end. You mustn't touch the fabric end. That's really important. Once it's opened, don't touch the fabric end. Once you've got the swab out, you know what's going to happen. You need to swab your tonsils 4 times up and down both sides. If you feel like you're going to cough, just take it out. Try not to touch the sides of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, your tongue, and you wait until you're ready to go again. And then you put it up one nostril, okay, as far as you can possibly go. It feels a little bit uncomfortable. You get to that uncomfortable point, but not so that it's really painful. And you turn it round 10 times. take that swab out carefully, and then you pop it fabric side down into this test tube. Once you've done that, you've got a swab in your test tube. You want to hold the end and you want to wiggle it round. So you wiggle that swab round inside with your activating fluid going all over the fabric end. And if you try and push it around a bit, that gets it all nice and covered. So about 10 seconds of wiggling it around, and you hold the test tube end together as you pull the swab up just to get everything else off. Okay, once you've done that, you get rid of your swab carefully in your plastic bag. You then put the lid on the pipette like this, okay, and you're then going to put it into the test itself, and you will see that there is a careful space on the end of the test. So when you've got your test, you'll see there's one end that's got a QR code and one end that's got a specimen well. Can't see too well here, but it's in your booklet, and you'll see there's a specimen well, and I think it's got an S next to it, so you know where to go, and you drop 2 drops on there and leave it for 30 minutes. That's really important. You need to develop. So you leave that for 30 minutes. Sanitize your hands nicely. You always need to be sanitizing your hands before you, washing your hands before you take this test and after you take the test. Pack up your kit and leave it for 30 minutes. When you come back to it, perhaps just before 30 minutes, you can see what's going on, wait for that time to go, and then you can read your results. And that's in the booklet here on page 14. So if you get a C, it means you get a negative result, which is what we've been getting so far. If you get a C and a T, okay, on here, a C and a T showing, that does mean a positive result. You would need to not only put that on the government website, but also let our email at school, covid19@awkwardschool.co.uk, know about that. And if you got that positive result, you would need to carry out the guidelines, the self-isolation guidelines. If you get a T, so just the T showing here, then that means it's a void result and something hasn't quite gone right. Perhaps not enough fluid has gone into the specimen well. You need to perhaps carry out the result, the test again. You don't really have too many spare tests. In fact, I would say you probably haven't got any spare tests, just one to have a go at perhaps. So it's really good to try and get it right the first time. But if you do get a void for any reason, then you can have another go. Once you've got that, you pack all your kit away into this plastic bag, seal the end, and you can throw that away, dispose of it. Then you would perhaps working with parents or carers or yourself, you're going to log on to the website here and you're going to put your result online. As I say, there's lots of information in here. You should be able to do it fairly easily. Once you've registered and get going, the first time will always be the one that's most tricky, and then you'll get more and more used to it. As you've been going through the sports hall and doing these tests, you really have been getting lots and lots better. So I'm sure that you can do this. And remember, you're doing this to keep yourself and other people, your teachers, your friends, other people around the school safe, so that we can carry on in school and keep learning. So good luck with this. I'm sure you will be brilliant at it by the end of it. And it's a new skill that we didn't ever think that we would have to learn, isn't it? But there we go. We are where we are. So good luck, and we'll get those kits out to you from Wednesday.